Welcome. You're looking live at Quarantine Life. I'm Mandy Jones, and this is my wonderful husband,
Glenn.
We are here to give you a slice of our life. I typically do a show every Wednesday on GovsRadio called Three's Company Radio Show, alongside Bonnie Scalisi and Tony Landolfi. And we have we have different topics each week that we talk about, and it's an interactive podcast like this one where we film it live so that way you guys can comment and be part of the experience. But since we've been quarantined, each host has been going separately to talk about what's going on in their lives. And Glenn and I have hit a bunch of different topics. You know, we did the at-home barber shop where I shaved Glenn's head on film. We've just been playing a lot of board games and a lot of just like conversation starter games because it's fun. It makes everybody think. You guys get to throw your input in, which is cool. So we're just waiting to get set up here. I know you guys can see us, but we can't see you yet. But there's always a moment of lag. So what we're going to play tonight is a game we've played before, a game people play, around the house. Would You Rather. And Would You Rather, it makes you have to think about what would you rather. It puts you some interesting perspective. And whenever Glenn and I play this game, we always have more questions than answers.
Yeah, definitely more questions.
We have more follow-up questions asking about, wait a minute, what exactly does that mean? And the one time I was like, oh yeah, I admitted to I think I could fucking fight a shark, but it's because I think I got a fighting chance when my other option is going against a lion. So we printed a bunch off of the internet. If you want to play at home, you could print games like this off the internet or free. Just pull it up on your phone. Don't even waste paper. We just have to waste paper for our show. Baby, you haven't said a goddamn word. How are you?
I'm good. Waiting for some Would You Rather.
Waiting for some Would You Rather. I just have to babble. I got to tell these people what the fuck they're looking at, right? We got to tell them what we're at. And who's with us tonight? Is anybody tuning in? Oh, Bonnie Scalisi, my partner in crime. She's my comedy wife. She is one of the greatest. Hey, Bonnie, thanks for watching. Joan Krupi Asher, hey, wonderful husband and beautiful wife. Joan Krupi Asher is always hanging with us. Mm-hmm. Danielle Asher, her daughter, does a show called Ashland with Eric Shevland on Wednesdays. Yeah, they're Wednesdays during the day. They're 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. For 2 hours they go. So, we're going to play some Would You Rather.
Yeah, you want to start? You want me to start?
I think you were looking over some questions. I think you were pre-reading, so I think you can go. I'm going off the seat of my ass here, guys. Hey, Robin DeVito. Hey, Robin Soleil. Hey, Johnny McDonald. We're playing some Would You Rather, guys, so we want to hear your answers, too.
Okay, so the door guy's got a door question for you.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather be unable to close any door once it's open, or unable to open any door once it's closed?
All right, wait a minute. All right, read it to me again.
So, would you rather be able to close any door once it's open, would you be unable to close any door once it's open, or unable to open any door once it's closed?
I'd have to keep all the doors unlocked.
Yeah, open, right? We're opening doors over here.
You have to keep all the doors unlocked. You can't lock doors.
No. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, wow. You went with the deep one there, baby.
Robin DeVito, Glenn looks like a chia pet.
Oh,
yeah, that's from the Buzz.
I love my chia pet. Shut up.
It actually comes back all right.
Shay S'mores. We got Shayna watching. Yep. Hey, I got some. That's about your head. I love my husband, guys. We're playing some Would You Rather, so we want to hear. Your options as well. All right, so I wasn't pre-reading, so let me see.
So let's see what you got, baby.
Oh, this is stupid. I'm not gonna do that one.
There's a lot of dumb ones in here. I don't know who some of these people are either. And some of them seem like they're like an obvious choice.
I know, like.
I don't know if that's just us.
Would you rather eat only pizza for a year or not eat pizza for 5 years? Like, obviously not eat pizza for 5 years. I don't want to eat pizza every fucking day.
No. There's enough pizza places on Long Island that you could definitely do that, but I'm not.
But I'd also, like, never be able to take a shit from all that cheese. And I'd be extremely overweight from fucking eating pasta and, like, garlic knots every night. Smart enough to play this game. Bonnie's not smart enough. Bonnie,
it's a matter of choice.
No, I know, Bonnie. I needed him to ask me that question twice. I needed him to read that one twice as well. All right, baby, what's your next one?
All right, let's see here. Would you rather be so afraid of heights you can't go to the second floor of a building, or be so afraid of the sun that you can't leave the house unless it's a rainy day?
Okay, so for the sun that I can't leave the house unless it's raining, or what's my alternative?
Or so afraid of heights that you're afraid to go on the second floor of a building.
Well, can I go on the third floor?
No, it's saying second floor or greater.
Second, and I'm limited. I'm done at second floor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bask in the rain.
Bask in the rain.
I like the rain. I've always liked the rain. You can feel every part of yourself when it rains. Okay, I just had one. Okay, this is hard.
So Joan Krupi Asher says not eat it for 5 years.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, there you go.
Pizza's good, but it's got to hit right.
And I'd be ended up making my own little bunk pizza that I could legally get away with that. It wouldn't be a pizza. I'd be doing some fucking pita with.
Well, it's just like all the pizzerias are doing now. It's like it's not even a slice of pizza anymore. Now it's like a meal just on a piece of bread.
Yeah, they're like, here's a dough with a fucking chicken salad. We get chicken bacon ranch pizza, guys. It's fucking delicious. Like, we mostly eat vegetarian food, but then when we don't, it's like chicken bacon ranch pizza. Go big or stay home. Okay, baby, would you rather be able to control your own emotions or be able to control other people's emotions?
I have to say that it's dangerous to control other people's emotions.
Yeah. I'm not smart enough to be doing that.
I'd make some terrible people.
Yeah, shouldn't be doing that. Do you have a pen? Do you want to have a pen as well?
I have the dots on the ones that I liked before.
Oh, okay. All right, wait a minute. So, we did the, so your turn? Yes,
okay. All right. So, would you rather work alongside Dwight Schrute or Homer Simpson?
Oh.
From The Office.
Yeah, no, I know. I gotta work with Dwight.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dwight's good at his job.
Dwight is good at his job.
And Dwight keeping him in direction.
And Dwight doesn't, he doesn't get in personal business. Like, he's all about, like, corporate, like, structure. Like, he's very much how I am in business. Like, I don't fucking care about your kids or your fucking wife. Like, now I do with, like, my friend, family, love, it's a small company. I love them, but
it's still different.
I still don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, I can't.
You gotta separate yourself.
I have to,
It's not that you don't give a fuck.
I love the guys that I like have to dispatch, but part of being a jerk is how makes them be better people.
You have to be the bearer of bad news sometimes.
Yeah, but let's keep playing.
All right, so that's it. We're on to you.
Right.
So let's see what. So, Joan Krupi Asher wants to control her own emotions.
Yes.
And she's also afraid of heights.
So you're not really.
So she likes the sun. I don't know who doesn't like the sun, but.
Would you rather get lost in the
Say
wilderness?
that.
Would you?
Yeah, Mandy and I are just playing silently.
Yeah, I
on
forgot
camera.
you. Sorry, guys, forgot you were here for a moment. Didn't mean to interrupt. Fucking, I'm out of my mind. Would you rather get lost in the wilderness or a dangerous city?
Dangerous city.
I know.
I'm not worried about a dangerous city
I
because I'm
know.
a good person. So like.
I know you would work it. You'd work it.
And I'm insured. So like, the only thing I'm not like my life isn't insured, but I don't think anybody would be trying to kill me.
You have to sign that paperwork so I get money if you die. You got like fucking $160K if I die, dude. When I die, if I die, like I'm fucking immortal. When I die.
The wilderness thing, that's a bitch. I don't know if you've ever been lost fucking in the woods. You don't even have to be lost that far, and it's a fucking scary feeling because there's no one to help you, and you could be walking in the wrong direction.
How far can a dog run into the forest?
Halfway.
Because then it's running out. For those of you that don't know, one of my favorite thing to say about Glenn is that he is an Eagle Scout. For those that don't know what that means, I didn't know what it meant. Before I met him, it's one of the highest. I won't say the highest.
It's the highest rank in the Scouts. There's a few things.
Boy Scouts of America.
There's a few things you can get on top of it, but no one really cares unless you're a Boy Scout. I think I learned more things I use in Scouts than I learned in school. I think.
Oh
Scouts
yeah, no, I know.
important.
He taught me stuff like if you're ever lost in the woods, you could like set up. Obviously don't want to go far, but like set up like piles of rocks in triangles, like 3, so people know like a human.
You want to go to a clearing.
Was
so
there?
That a helicopter could see.
Oh, that's good too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then 3 piles of large piles of something that's obviously human-made in a triangle.
That's
going to direct them to your area. And the main thing is to not travel too far from where you initially were lost.
Yeah, don't send them on a fucking goose chase.
Because, especially in New York, most nature preserves, in the United States, you sign in at a guide booth when you come in. It's just like a box.
Just a guest list.
It's a box at the beginning of the trail that the not troopers, the park rangers check. Yeah. And it's to give you your give an idea of when you're supposed to be out, and they give you 24 hours after you don't come out, and then they send a search party on your trail.
Very good. Jeannie Duggan is saying, bring your cell phone. My little brother-in-law, when he was going to travel around, did travel around seeing different parks and stuff, national parks, he, one of the things he read was that you should have a cell phone, like an old cell phone, that's just charged up and ready to go, on you, and not even, because a 911 signal will go off on a dead cell phone.
All cell phones
and emergency calls, guys. Like on a real note, you can make an emergency call on a dead phone.
Not on a dead one. On a no cell service.
on a phone,
a
fully charged. So yeah, you want it to have a nice battery.
And just think about your old Nokia with the snake on it that everybody had back in like 2000 whatever. Those things, the batteries lasted on for like 5 days. Like so. You could have that shit in there for, backup.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good one for you.
I think it's my turn though.
Would you? Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have a third ear or a third eye? Getting trippy over here.
Well.
Saying meaning physically, not like the third eye, like
no, I know.
To the collective consciousness.
Nah.
The third eye.
Where is it going?
That's what I was
is the third eye right here and the third ear also right here? How
about this? It's on your left elbow. Would you rather have an ear or an eye on your left elbow?
Well, an ear can take more damage. On an elbow, I'm pretty rough on my elbows. An eyeball on my elbow, it'd be fucking...
See, I'm going for the eye, because then I could point that shit in directions that I can't see.
Oh, I like that. Glenn's gonna get a backup cam on his elbow, yo.
It's gonna beep at me if I get too close to something. Even though we all know we just...
Hey, Nancy Weems.
We just ignore that in the cars now anyway. You know, both of our cars beep like crazy when you're like backing up.
I know, we're like
it seems
totally...
like everything, and I'm like, whatever.
I'm desensitized to the beeping of the new cars. Nancy Weems caught your live. Nancy, I don't know if it's a family member of yours, but I did reach out to the Forgotten Angels Fund today, and to see what I could do as a New Yorker to help those guys out. If you guys don't know what that is, look into it. I thought it's a really cool organization for kids that get out of foster care. When you're 18, you stop getting a check. So
what it is,
the parents stop getting a check. So
you start getting a check from welfare.
But you don't
have
really
a place to go. You don't have a way of managing money.
Right? Yeah, you don't have credit. So
you need a reference.
Yeah, exactly. So they're setting up tiny homes for these kids down in Florida, and they're all like learning trades and getting into little passions for these kids to build their credit, build their life, build their shit up. And I'm like,
the trades are where it's at anyway.
Jeannie Duggan's going with the third ear on your elbow. All right, because she says that's sick, Glenn. Jeannie. What? So with the backup camera on your elbow. Uh-huh. I know, he's a perverse. I married him for his mind. I know he's gorgeous, but I married him because he thinks like nobody else on this fucking planet. All right, baby.
I did third.
That's a compliment.
Okay,
all right. So I gotta pick one for you.
I very much embody that.
Oh. This is stupid. Would you rather date someone? So would you rather your family loves you and their friends despise you, or their friends love you and their family despises you?
When you date someone?
Well, just say me. Would you rather my family or my friends hate you? I'm
gonna go with friends. Just because friends, you could kind of you could control when you see them. I don't have to go sit at some holiday and hang out with them.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
Don't like me.
Yeah. It would be really hard. I love your family, but I guess you fuck your friends. I'm so sorry. Nate, Shawnee, Brian friends, Jackie friends. Me and Glenn have been together since we're 19. We're 30. So we grew up together. It's just...
So our friends have melded, so it'd basically be like choosing between our families and our friends.
It's like that episode of Portlandia where they want to have the most outlandish wedding, so they pretend they're breaking up, and then they do a draft where each person picks all the people in their life, and they pick a draft, and at the end they're like, we just got married. But she's like, Aunt Karen, you're fucking coming with me. He's like, fuck you, no. And she's like, no. And she's like...
Well, that happens in divorces and shit. There's always that one uncle that the divorced guy is like, damn, he's my favorite fucking uncle.
I know. It was funny that my cousin Sarah saying, it's funny seeing your dad being the voice of reason and the compassionate father in the basketball video. Because
go ahead and explain it.
Okay, so when we used to go down to North Carolina every summer, and when you go down to this little fucking neighborhood, they have sport and different activities for kids that are staying there that week. So me and my three girls, me and my two cousins, we're 6 years old. We go to play the basketball game, and we get there. We're they put us against 4 8 to 10-year-olds.
They were subbing boys out against Mandy, who walked around the court like this.
I just was mentally defeated that they were boys, they were bigger, they had more players.
And it's great because they were just go at the person with the ball, run towards the hoop.
My aunt and my uncle are screaming at me and my cousin. They're my one cousin, she goes to buckle her sandal. My aunt's forget your sandal. They're yelling at us you're seasoned players. I was and it's so funny because it's a story we've told so many times, but when we saw it on video, they were it's so much worse in our memory.
Yeah, in your memory. The story I heard was that you guys held your own against the boys in the basketball game. Like I heard
yeah, like
this,
we took a beating.
I heard this
well,
story.
Katie did.
I heard
My
this
one
story.
cousin actually played 4 boys in basketball.
And she was good. If she had one other Katie so she could pass the ball to, it would have been fine.
And her dad was just yelling at her. My uncle was just yelling at her the whole time.
He's like, just shoot it, because you guys kept turning the ball over.
Yeah, he's like, pass it or shoot. They're yelling at us. Knee-jerk reactions. We're 60-year-old little girls. But that was just
60-year-old little girl?
I said 6-year-old. I just, nobody comes from us, did it? I can't remember shit. Is it my turn or your turn?
I don't remember.
So you can go.
Alright, so,
Oh, I said family or friends hate you. That was my question, so you go.
Alright, and Joan Cookie Asher answered. And so did you.
That's
so
a tough
Jeannie.
one, Jeannie, and because
family's family, like.
But friends is also like a lot of you can
family.
ditch your friend. You could like friends are family, family.
Yeah,
you
no,
choose your family, yeah.
See, I don't call my friends friends. Like our friends are family. Like they share everything with us. Like
yeah.
It's tough. I'm glad it's hypothetical.
Nancy Weems, I think, is laughing at the basketball story.
The basketball story was so funny because years ago I heard this story from multiple different from Annie, from Katie. So
all 3
cousins,
players.
all empowering women. Like we held our own against those boys, and they crushed you guys. Like you guys didn't even know where the hoop was. Like. And Mandy literally just went like this the entire game.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like,
what do I do?
What?
And they're like, just run at the person with the ball.
And I'm getting yelled at. And it's funny because my dad, who's such a hard ass, knew that yelling at me in that situation wouldn't help.
No,
and
she shut down.
My dad's, Mandy, he just called me over. He's like, Mandy, I just come over smiling. He's like, just go by someone with the ball. Like, just try to follow the ball. Try to get in there a little bit. And I had like played organized basketball at that point.
It didn't look like
I know Annie showed understanding of the sport. I said if they
you guys had an understanding, but those boys were like older and fucking
had more players and they were subbing them out.
Yeah, subs. Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Fresh legs for like a 5-minute game.
Yeah. Oh my god, they wanted our family to win so bad. They were yelling at us.
So I think it's my turn.
Yep.
So. Would you rather know when you're going to die or know how you're going to die?
Oh, it's like Big Fish. If you know how you're going to die, then you know you're going to live through everything else.
I agree. Because knowing when you're going to die, that's just like an expiration date. Versus like knowing how you're going to die, you could kind of just avoid that until you're ready to go. You know, if they're like, you're going to get hit by a silver Camry, you fucking, every time you see a silver Camry, you fucking leave, like.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I guess. But what's my alternative?
To know when you're going to die, but not how.
Oh, just like tomorrow?
Yeah, just a date.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
I'd
actually would like to know the date.
No,
if we could get that arranged now, I would like
I think that would drive people crazy. Think about it. Think what people with like terminal cancer end up doing. Nancy
Weems says that would be funny to watch. Nancy, I might have to I'll maybe message you the fucking video.
The video of what?
The fucking me, Katie, and Annie.
Oh yeah, it almost belongs on the internet because anybody that's...
let me ask my cousin's consent and...
But anybody that's ever watched children play a sport can really, really get into it. Because it's like, yeah, like, good job, like, you're doing terribly, but, like, you should go towards the ball. And the ball should go in the hoop. Shoot the ball, like... Get a man, get a man, this man's your man. Like, they're literally, like, telling us which person we're supposed to be. They're trying to construct defenses. It's like... They could have dropped another boy off that court and only done 2 on the 3. Because Katie needed to get double teamed. Like, Katie could dribble. They were double teaming my cousin and she had no one to pass to and her dad's yelling at her. We have to stop going on about this. It's funny as hell though. It belongs on the internet. We'll get permission and we'll have you guys check it out. Bonnie goes, I want to know when others are going to die. That would be amazing. Like, I completely agree.
Yeah, because then you could just be like be like swoop in and be like really cool right at the end.
Or not even just, you really don't like someone, you fucking.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
By the way, you're gonna die in 3 weeks.
Really nice.
When they're like, what?
Heather just joined. Hey, Heather. Heather's my cousin. What a awkward thing to come into. Heather, we're playing Would You Rather, and we're asking a lot of silly questions tonight. I think it's my turn, right?
And then I got one that I made up.
Ooh. All right. Would you rather get stuck in an elevator with your ex, or your partner get stuck in the elevator with their ex? So would you rather be with, we'll say...
You don't say her name.
And you could assume who mine is.
Yeah. I think that I would be selfish and I would want to just chat with her.
Do I have lipstick all over my teeth that you haven't told me about the whole time?
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up on camera.
You have to bring it up on camera. That's part of the broadcast.
But I think that I would have to, because you've seen...
I just looked at myself, baby.
You've seen Bobby since you've been...
I went to Bobby's dad's funeral, like...
That's what I mean, and it's like, neither of us are intimidated, so like...
Yeah, we're super confident, like, in our relationship. That's what works about it. Yeah. I mean, you met me, I was the manager...
And there's a reason we both aren't with the people.
Exactly. And it's totally cool because Bobby's, like, married and has kids and has, like, everything he wanted, like, you know?
Yeah, they're both happy.
Living their life, yeah, exactly. Just...
You know,
living their best lives.
It wasn't for all of us.
And Dan Savage always says, it's not a failed relationship just because you guys broke up. Doesn't mean you didn't learn and grow together and teach each other things.
I learned a lot of shit.
And now I'm realizing there's lipstick everywhere. It's still on his forehead from before. Baby, I can't believe you just let me have it all over.
It kept getting worse, and I didn't know how to tell you.
Well, the truth comes out.
Alright, so
I hope it's not like that with other things. It kept getting worse and I didn't know how to tell you. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so this one is kind of for myself because I think I know my answer, but I'm not sure what you would say.
Okay, let's hear it.
Would you rather walk barefoot in a public bathroom, like a dirty wook, or do poison ivy barefoot?
Poison ivy barefoot. My dad used to swim in that shit, and he would bring his clothes home because my dad's a tree guy. He'd bring his clothes home, and my mom would do the laundry and get covered in poison ivy, and my dad did not get.
The whole thing with poison ivy, I never realized that I thought I wasn't allergic to poison ivy until I came to Long Island and I did a couple jobs and I got.
You blame Long Island for everything.
But I was working. I was staying out after.
Right.
Versus when I was a kid, you'd go roll around in the fucking woods.
Your mom was like...
My mom would be like, strip on the fucking back porch and go shower.
His mom, literally, if they went to New York City, they'd come home, like, she's like, you just basically got pissed on for a day. Like
we had to strip in the garage. She would close the garage doors, we'd strip down to our underwear, and we had to go and individually shower because the city was dirty.
City was filthy, and
honestly...
And you chose a dangerous city rather than the wilderness.
Well, like I said, dangerous city in the United States, it's only kind of dangerous. It's like, it's more dangerous if you're an asshole.
Okay, would you rather your partner's job was life-threatening or that it took up, like, all of their time?
That's a tough one because it's like, if it takes up all their time, then it's like they're not with me anyway.
Yeah, like if you only had to murk someone every like 2 months, I'd take that chance.
I'm gonna have to stay with keeping you here until you die.
And I want to know how I die and when I'm gonna die.
I don't want to know any of those things.
No, I don't. No, I don't either. Because if they say tomorrow, I'll fucking have a heart attack tonight. Think about it.
If they're telling me tomorrow, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we might do some bad shit.
If I'm gonna die in a month, I'm buying a V12 Maserati with all the money I have, and I'm wrecking that bitch. Fucking, I'm gonna run that shit 10 feet up into the woods and fucking
You
they're
know,
gonna find that V12 motor another 10 feet into the woods. I've always wanted the most unreasonable car in the world is a Maserati, but I've always wanted to drive a V12. It sounds fucking amazing.
Would you rather have diarrhea on a plane for 6 hours?
Oh God.
Or be stuck next to someone who does?
Next to someone, because at least my underwear ain't shitty.
They're just getting up and shitting every 2 seconds, and you just have to get up. They're at least, it's actually coming out their ass. I think that's a pretty simple, I think this is a no-brainer.
Because it's so embarrassing to poop yourself.
Diarrhea doesn't necessarily, it's not a synonym to pooping your fucking pants.
But the fasten
The
seat,
fear is,
this fasten seatbelt sign and you got diarrhea is pooping your pants. Like, I'd be getting like tackled by the air marshal and they'd be like, what are you trying
like, I'm gonna shit my pants!
Yeah, get tackled by the air marshal and then shit my pants.
And be like that little Asian man that got dragged off the fucking plane.
The little Chinese doctor.
I really want to know what the beginning of that was, because...
No, it's because he had our seat registered and they ran out of seats on the plane and they basically like randomly selected a number and he said, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, no, I'm already on the plane. And they're like, yeah, no. No, you're not. that was a good video. Good. That was.
It was terrible. Honestly.
No, but that was like, wow, okay, like.
And he was a doctor. He was a surgeon.
Yeah.
So it's like, he wasn't like belligerent.
Exactly. It's like, imagine what would have happened to me. Like, I'm like a fucking psychopath.
It was like the flight back from South Carolina. They kept turning on the fasten the seatbelt sign, and I'm like, yo, if this plane goes down, this little fucking lap belt isn't doing shit. Like, I don't want to wear my seatbelt. Like,
I'm not wearing
we sat
it.
in the back, and honestly, they just left us alone.
You probably were just like praying it went down.
I was cool with it. I'm always cool with it. Like, that's the thing is, death is rebirth.
Yeah.
And I've been a good person, so I might be a god next. I might already be a god. Who knows?
This could all be a simulation. So next to someone does is pretty much the general answer with Miss Mandy, the Mr. Mama, and Taz is saying hello to everyone. Hey Taz. It was a year ago today that Taz did a drawing of Jim, Bonnie, and I during a broadcast and sent it to us.
Thank you, Taz.
Thank you, Taz.
Now you're all over Govs fucking because of your kind spirit.
Yeah.
You're giving your art to anyone that wants to partake.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful. Honestly, Joan Krupe Asher like fucking writes crazy scenarios and Taz just draws them. Like, she's like, because they all, they watch Ashland and they all have them running jokes.
Yeah.
They're always, they're always demasculinizing,
And Mandy will hit you up later, Taz.
Yeah, Taz.
My little brother is making a screen printing setup, and he's looking for some artwork. He's looking for some vectors.
Yeah, so we're gonna be in touch with some soon.
You're our connect for the art.
Is it my turn?
I don't remember.
I said, would you rather the diarrhea? I was diarrhea
Okay.
question. How could we forget? Oh, I had to be that person. Had to be on the plane. Oh, Tazzy had diarrhea on the plane.
How did that work with fastening your seatbelt? Did you have to just sit uncomfortable?
Or did you just stay in the toilet? I would have just stayed in there. I'm not done. Leave me alone.
I've a couple times been driving really fast because I have to piss really bad, and like, in my head, I've said that I'm gonna piss my pants if the cop doesn't just let me go. Like.
It's cool to pee in your pants. Billy Madison reference anybody.
Okay, so I think it's mine.
Okay.
Would you rather never age physically or never age mentally?
Rather?
Mm-hmm. Would you rather?
I wouldn't want. Alright, so never aging.
Physically.
Alright, so I would just stay the same body.
You look just like this right now.
But I'd be wise.
No, but you'd have the same body right now, but you wouldn't change from how you think right now.
Or
your body would age like it should, and you gain wisdom and fucking like life experience.
I'm gonna go with normal human being.
We're not superficial. Even though right now I feel like if I stayed here, I feel like I have a place right here.
Place where?
Like helping people or like being able to relate to people, but I think that would falter as the generations got younger. Because I already don't understand some of the shit these kids talk about. Like I apologize to my mom and dad. Their printer wasn't working when we were up for Father's Day, and I fixed it in like 5 minutes, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Like we literally
nearly got a divorce. Like, I mean, his parents are like the best example of a marriage ever. Like,
that's just like their joke on it, and it's that bad of an argument. But they clicked the same image to print 52 times, so it was like cued like.
Oh, so the printer probably was just like, oh my god. It was like, what the fuck?
So I deleted their cue and reprinted what they were trying to get. And then I said to my parents, you know what? I'm really sorry, guys. And they're like, why? You just helped us. And I was like, for being such a dick when trying to teach you electronics as a kid. I was like, because now they're not coming intuitively anymore like they did then. Like, it's not... I kept clicking a paperclip the other day instead of a floppy disk, which is funny that... Do kids even know what a floppy disk is? Like,
no,
they know it's a save button.
Yeah, no, it's just a symbol now.
Either way, they're getting rid of all the words off the screen, and like, it used to be you had to read that shit.
Greg says mentally because I don't need my pecker to shrink anymore. Okay, Greg's divulging that his penis is getting smaller with age.
I thought it dropped, Greg. I've been
is it gravity or is it?
That so? I've been to the gym, and there's always the weird old men fucking parading around with their dicks out. Those shits are basically swinging to the floor. Some of them, like that shit looks weird, dude. Like
I don't know what's going on in his pants.
And why do they like? Why is it only old, gross men that walk around the gym naked?
It's because they want to swing their bangs.
I don't know. I remember being like a 17-year-old kid in the gym, like, cover your dick, bro. And that's coming from a kid that was on a wrestling team. We used to line up for skin checks and fucking just be naked in a line to get looked at for fucking skin diseases. Like, but you had some fucking self-respect and you cupped your fucking shit and fucking, you know, faced forward. These guys are like drying their nuts with a hairdryer in the locker room. Like,
for Christ's sakes. It's cold in here now.
Yeah.
Because that door is shut.
You want to turn it up?
That's okay. Would you rather have to announce to everyone around you whenever you eat to fart or pee your pants? Wait. Would you rather have to announce to everyone around you whenever you have to fart or pee your pants daily? I think we already pretty much do the announcing of the farts.
I'm not ashamed to fart. It's actually unhealthy to hold farts. I will hold them around older women is really the only thing. Like women my age or even within like 5-10 years, you're getting farted in front of. Like
my bodily functions are fucking.
I'm not gonna
bubble. I'm not gonna have a fucking. Americans have like huge indigestion like issues because we all fucking are afraid to fart. Like in India, they all just like fucking walk around farting just like you burp and cough. Like.
Well, yeah, and I want to have an intelligent conversation with somebody and not be thinking like, please don't fart, and that, and honestly, from holding farts, I am permanently, I don't want to say scarred, but I'll always remember. I was in CCD class, which was like the weeknight class where they like taught you like Bible shit so you could get fucking confirmed, and I had to fart so bad, but it was just not the place. The teacher was very fucking like not conservative as in like politics, but like very prim and proper lady teaching Catholic class, like fucking catechism class. I fucking sneezed and I farted so loud when I sneezed, and she started laughing, which she was like not the person to laugh at that.
Yeah.
And she said, like something along the lines of like, you do that again, you might die or shit your pants. Like, in like a really nice,
that might go wrong.
And
but she broke the tension.
She broke the tension but not even she started laughing and everybody started laughing.
Because it's okay to laugh.
It meant I was holding the fucking fart, like.
Yeah, and that's why she was
fucking
probably
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's why my parents didn't make me go to CCD. They don't want me to have to deal with that kind of stress.
CCD was a mistake as far as keeping me a Catholic.
It made you question everything.
Well, it's like,
it made you.
Here, let me read you a bunch of terrible stories that like. We're gonna take a good moral out of some of them, but like, you know,
well, that's bad stuff's gonna happen.
Like, why is God always making deals with the devil?
Yeah, why are they
God,
chilling?
He made the devil. Like, if anything, he should be like, fuck you, peon. Like, you watch it. It's like.
Well, and that's the Jim Jeffries joke. He's like, we only hear God's side of it. Like, the devil's the one being cool, not arguing. He's like being the bigger person. Where God is just like sitting, like talking shit about the devil the whole time.
Well, but really, ultimately, it's because the devil fell from heaven because he didn't want to agree with God.
He was pushed by Woody. Just back to a Toy Story reference. Let's keep playing, babe.
All right, you pick one.
No, I said. This just goes right back into farting. You're in a crowded room, would you rather fart loudly and no, I'm not going to do another fart.
No, do it. You already started reading it.
Alright. You're in a crowded room, would you rather fart loudly and everyone laughs at you, or be the only one laughing obnoxiously when somebody else farts? You already had the first one.
I'd rather be the first one, because when in a room of too polite of people where like they can't even laugh at something like fart jokes, I'm sorry. My grandmother used to call it a fluff, and she's like the most conservative, nice.
So she's saying
person.
She even acknowledged farts?
She even acknowledged farts and giggles a little bit because everybody knows
Shakespeare had fart jokes, for fucking Christ's sake.
And it feels fucking good. You needed to do it.
It is early. The first fart with my boyfriend, he made me standing at the wall and marked my height in his bedroom with the wall tape.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Well, I really love Johnny and Kayla's story of their. You weren't with me, but I was with Johnny and Kayla and Gina and Bobo.
Yeah.
And they were brought up farting. And I was like,
These are two couples of people, by the way, so Glenn's a fifth wheel, I'm not there.
Yeah, but they're both couples that we hang out with, fairly often. And someone brought up that someone they know doesn't fart around their girlfriend, and I was like, their relationship will never last.
They're gonna divorce.
They all started cracking up, and I was like, it's necessary to fart. And so Kayla says, well, my first date with Johnny, they have a nice date, everything goes really well, and they're hanging out at the end of the night, and Johnny's like, I just had to let one rip.
Yeah.
And Kayla laughed.
Yeah.
And Johnny was like, oh, thank God that now that's out of the way, like we can move forward.
He got on his knee like right after that. It's awesome.
But it's really like
it's
anyone like
acceptance of you, like.
And it's honestly, girl farts smell worse anyway.
Oh my God, girl farts!
I think it's because they hold them.
I don't hold them, and they're fucking bad, man.
I know the vegetarian stuff has been making them real.
I know they smell exactly like the way they do when you're eating it. It's bad.
What did Bonnie say here?
I'm obsessed with farts.
Everybody loves farts. A good fart joke?
It's part of Italian life to fart and burp. Okay, June.
Even our dog used to eat fart and he'd look back at you like,
He would fart and then get up and look like, where'd that come from? I'm like, you fucking idiot. That was you. Don't act like that wasn't you. My dad says, what did that asshole say? When someone farts? Like, even when I was a kid, that was always the line.
I really like the Freaks and Geeks with the chair where he's trying to get the chair to make the noise again. Because I do that all the time with Crispy. Like, I'll fart at work and he'll look at me. I'll be like, you see this creaky board? And I'll start like looking around like
this
just like
stinky creaky board right here.
I think it's mean, baby.
Yeah, go.
Alright. Would you rather be a genius everyone thinks is an idiot, or an idiot everyone thinks is a genius?
I feel like I'm already a genius, but everyone thinks it's an idiot.
I very much identify with that. Anybody that I've ever given advice to, I start with, well, I'm just a fucking idiot. And you probably shouldn't listen to me.
And then I'll go on to rant about how I feel about it, and then I go, but I'm a fucking idiot.
But
Please do not listen to what I said.
Take it
I'm
with
a
a grain
human.
of salt.
I forgot I said anything, actually. Forgot I was even born. This conversation didn't happen. I honestly, every time I talk to him, my friend, that's like we go back and forth from negative to positive, and then I'm like, alright, just forget it. She's a silent partner. I won't say her name on camera, but she knows who she is. So, baby, what else you got? You just asked me one.
Fuck, I had one that I wanted.
Oh yeah, what was the one you thought of?
I should have wrote it down. I'll find another. Okay. Would you rather have X-ray vision of people you find unattractive, or everyone else have X-ray vision of you?
Right, X-ray vision of people.
And you get to look at fat people naked.
Have to. Well, I guess I know your answer. versus they could see me.
Versus they could see you naked. Everybody. Not just the ugly people that think they're ugly.
I don't want anyone to see me naked.
I figured that was your answer. Me, I don't want to see, you know.
You'd rather be naked and not have to see my fat body.
Fat, and then there's like obese.
And then there's like
the homeless guy with the fucking cart covered in fucking cans. Like, I don't want to see that guy naked.
You got a long list of people you already thought about naked.
Yeah, well.
Don't want to see it. Yeah, I would not want, but I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to be naked. Because then
you're just gonna live with it. Because then every guy's gonna be a creeper to you.
They already are.
Men are just creepers.
No, they're not. No, men actually get a different vibe from me because I give off like a very much like.
Well, tell the story.
Adrian.
Yeah. So we went upstate to a pig roast where Mandy knew half the people, but there was a lot of people from my hometown that knew me, but didn't know. You know, Mandy didn't know yet.
Right.
So go ahead.
So, dude walks up to me and he bean dips me. And I don't know if you know what that means, but that's when you go like this to somebody's nipple. And it's like he doesn't know.
It's not like a sexual thing.
It's not a sexual thing. It's like a joke, but he doesn't know me. And I just took him to the ground. I grabbed his
double leg takedown.
Grab his hips, put him to the ground, let him up, and then tackle him to the ground a second time. And then I let him up. I go, "Are we cool?" He's like, "Yes." And
then the funniest part was, he comes running up to me at the fire because it was a big party, and he's like, "Dude, your girlfriend just double leg takedown me twice like a fucking champ." Like,
I wrestled with Glenn, and this kid is smaller than Glenn, so I had his fucking.
You guys were about equal size.
And he honestly was drunk and not expecting a girl to fucking react that way. Don't underestimate me, dude.
It's funny though how people will test shit in the little town. Like, they'll see how cool you are, like, because they know that he knows that I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm
let's see.
bored.
Yeah, let's see how this is gonna go.
Let's see if she goes and gets him to get pissed off.
Let's see how this goes.
He wasn't ready for you to just take him down yourself.
To take the situation down. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let you out of my sight.
And usually girl fights aren't very direct. It's like, usually there's no...
Yeah, I would have, like, smacked him around or talked some shit. I just went right for the takedown. Like, I could like, you're fucking... Because I could tell he was drunk, too. So, like, you're easier to fuck with. You know, he was not expecting it. But anyways...
It's always smart to not say anything until they already fucking swung at you. Then you fuck them up.
I think there's some of them are just so dumb.
They're a lot of these are very dumb.
What else? Would you rather be raised by monkeys or wolves?
Easy answer. Monkeys have a fucking extremely, diverse cultural, being, where they would adapt you more. The wolves, like, they would look at you like a fucking
meat dinner.
Well, no, like a waste, because you can't hunt with them. Like, you would just be a mouth to feed that doesn't fucking provide anything.
Monkeys are like, oh, you're like another little like.
Well, monkeys
thing.
are like, here's a stick, go poke that anthill, and like.
Go have fun. John Crucci actually yay Mandy and Ted says freaking bean dip. I don't know if she's ever heard it called that before, or she's just laughing because that's
it's so funny. And if you knew him, it's like, I would get so fucking mad at like most men that did that. I would have went and kicked their ass after Mandy handled it, but like.
Me and him laugh about it every time. We hug and laugh about it every time I see him. It's like the best like friendship way to start a friendship ever.
Yeah, we laugh about that every time, and every time me and him talk about the shit we've seen at work since the last time we saw him, like guys chop their finger or whatever, or like fall off a ladder, like.
He's into the accidents at work.
We're into the gore. Run a sheetrock screw through someone's hand.
Ooh, this is hard. Would you rather lose your ability to speak or your ability to read?
Speak. No problem.
Yeah. Because you could just sign language.
I took sign language.
Well, let's say speak. How about you can't communicate?
Fine.
I'm out.
Books are communication.
Greg the Flipper would also rather be raised by monkeys. Bonnie wants to be raised by a kangaroo. Bonnie, you would be cute with the kangaroos.
In the kangaroo's pocket.
Yeah, just in their pouch.
Kangaroos are nasty though. That's the funniest thing is.
Yeah, they get on their tails and they fucking kick. Well, Bonnie too. Bonnie fucking will fuck you up. They box and shit.
I'm just saying that everyone sees that and what's the other one? Panda bears. Panda bears are one of the most dangerous fucking bears there is, but everyone for some reason is like, oh, they're cute. You can't even get them to fuck each other. Like,
panda bears are cute.
Yeah, deadly. They're like, for like their population, like they kill the most humans per their population of bears. I don't know if that's a true statistic. I just know they're dangerous. And a polar bear is one of the only bears that'll actually eat you. The rest will just maim you and leave you dead.
Well, recently I heard that elephants like think people are cute. Like that's why they like.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'd be raised by elephants.
Imagine
go with the pack.
Every time I think about elephants, I think about being like in like Genghis Khan, like war times.
When they like painted them and like rode elephants
rode
up.
An elephant at you into war, and you had a spear to fight an elephant with a guy on top of the fucking thing. Like,
yeah, that was their fucking tank, yo.
I think this is why we have anxiety and depression in our culture.
Yeah, because our ancestors fucking were traumatized.
Actually had like
trauma.
Real deal fucking shit going on.
Yeah,
my first wife and all my kids were burned, and then fucking then my next wife died during childbirth, and the kids died of fucking smallpox. Like, you remember playing the Oregon Trail?
Yeah, it's fuck. You got tragedy in your blood. It's part of it. Really, it's true. Like you have.
But now people are just looking for tragedy in their fucking lives.
Well, so we got 4 minutes, baby.
All right.
Let's make it good. By the way, we love hanging with you guys. Oh my God, Kangaroo Jack, the residential artist. Haven't heard of that.
I've ever seen
He
that
wears
one.
a fucking sweatshirt. He wears a hoodie and sunglasses. He was like.
What about Dunkaroos?
No. Yeah, Dunkaroos are. No, that Kangaroo Jack was. There was like an Airbud. Like, remember there was a whole period where it was all like
animals doing shit.
Skateboarding and. Yeah, Dunstan checks in. Fucking Kangaroo Jack. All those like animals.
So read the question one more time.
I didn't have one. What was my question? Oh, no speaking or no reading, and you chose no speaking. You'll read forever.
There's more books than interesting people. What? That's the straight truth.
Tell me how you really feel.
Anybody that had something interesting to say could probably write a book or short story.
No, they probably just repeated it from a story they heard. Alright, go ahead.
All stories are just repeated from stories they heard.
3 minutes.
Ew. Alright, I'm skipping that page. That's just a weird one. Okay. This one's pretty easy for myself. Would you rather have to wear sweatpants every day for the rest of your life, or never be allowed to wear sweatpants again?
I would get away with like those yoga linen pants.
I figured you'd say that. I'm the opposite. I'm either jeans or underwear. If I have sweatpants on, it means that I respect you in my house. Like it's like literally like Bonnie's here.
I'm gonna put jeans on.
I'm gonna put jeans
Bonnie,
or
just so you
on.
know, Glenn puts jeans on for you.
Otherwise, any of my friends.
You actually butt naked when
like I said, the wrestling thing. Once you go on a fucking.
In
a starch white fucking singlet in front of, with all of the lights in the gym turned off except for the light on the mat for finals, and everybody's fucking looking at you, you don't worry about being fucking naked anymore. Like, that's way more stressful. Because you're basically naked and could possibly get your ass kicked.
Alright. Would you rather live in Antarctica or the Sahara Desert?
Sahara Desert because it's closer to population.
No, but you're not. You're living there. You're not getting
But
out.
what I'm saying is, like, living, like, Antarctica, what are you gonna fucking fish? And what am I gonna drill fucking holes in to get to the ocean or something? Fuck all that.
Built an igloo. Greg DeFilippo says no sweatpants.
Yeah, like, I could really live without sweatpants in my life.
Bonnie Scalisi says Glenn is a savage with clapping.
What did I say?
I don't know. We probably did all of it. Alright, so you get to ask me one more. One more.
I just asked sweatpants. Your turn.
Oh, okay. Alright. One last question, guys. Would you rather... Oh, no.
How about this? Would you rather know the meaning of life and not be able to relate it to anyone else? Or be ignorant of it and be able to relate to people?
I think I'm at the second one right now. I'm alright with that.
You'd rather want to relate to people? See, this is why we make such a great couple. Power couple here.
The yin to my yang. But guys, it's 9 o'clock. I'm Andy Jones. This is my husband.
Glenn. And this went fast. Another one in the books, quick.
Yeah, we had a good time with you guys tonight. We love you very much. Greg DeFilippo says, fuck the Sahara Desert. Watch that shit. It's going to be toxic. Antarctica with the igloos is Taz. Yeah, I think I might go for Antarctica too, Taz, honestly, even though I know I wouldn't survive. I'd die at both places, but...
Well, You can't navigate Antarctica. It's constantly changing. There's no, like, landmarks. Like,
Oh, good. Oh, great. Now I gotta worry about that, too. No, she goes savage in a good way. We know, Bonnie. Savage is a compliment in our culture.
I'm a savage.
We love you guys very much. We gotta end this program. We will see you all. Next week is a national holiday. We are observing July 3rd. So we will not be here next week, but the following Friday you can find us 8 o'clock, same place, 8 to 9 live, Glenn and Mandy, and we'll be doing something different.